Hello YouTube, long time no show. I want to go ahead and for a quick second, I want to thank all the people who watch my channel and who subscribe and who friend me and who comment on my videos. All of you, you kind of keep me doing it. Like, I haven't been on here in 2 weeks and I actually feel bad about that. I came back on and there are a lot of great people out there, people who are coming into consciousness and who are completely conscious already, or there's no complete consciousness. You can only be as conscious as your mind allows, and since life is ever changing and ever in motion, there's always a new day, so you always have to kind of grow each day. So YouTube, I'm in love with you. Stay woke. Now, the real topic of discussion for today is I've been watching the news a lot lately, and of course I always keep a sharp eye out for things that may not that may affect a mass majority of people in one way. And by that I mean, like, even though a kid in your local area may have gotten shot and you may not know the kid, it's sad, but different people have mixed reactions. But when you're talking about like E. coli's and the spinach, you know, not many people eat spinach, but for the people that do, they're like, oh, I can't buy spinach and this, that, and the fourth. Right now, what's going on is they're making it seem like Islam hates us. Have you noticed? I think you've noticed. I'm sure you've noticed, because even if you don't watch the news, the vibe has hit the fan, and the vibrations, the frequencies are going around, and Islam don't like us, and it's in the papers, it's everywhere. Even if you don't know, you know subliminally, because if you pass a newspaper stand and not look, you probably seen it anyway, because your mind takes in everything. But the point is, you've heard this, and you feel it. You feel like Islam is against us, or whatever the case. I've noticed this too. And it's been getting weird to the point where it's being forced. It's almost forced, because you don't know Islam, you don't know the religion, you don't understand the people, you've never even been to Islamic countries. Some of you, many of you, most of you. I know this because I've looked for flights out there, and not only are the flights extremely out of control expensive, but there aren't as many flights going to Iraq as there are, say, China. There are many more flights going to China than there are Afghanistan and Iraq. And you can go to these places. It's not like because we're in a crisis or a war that we can't go. It's just forbidden. It's forbidden because they put on the news that Americans are being killed, put in prisons, which that was on the news like one day this past week, and I'm wondering why they bashing Islam so hard. I realized that the reason they are doing this is because 2012 is among us, and I told you before, it's gonna be a spiritual shift. Now the shift is in full motion right now. For those of you who actually believe Islam is against us, the argument will be, if we both worship God and Yeshua, Jesus Christ, Yahweh, Jehovah, if it's all the same person, then why the bullshit? Why? Please tell me why. Religion, since the beginning of its creation, not our creation, because we for you Bible beaten people, you're gonna be mad at me because black people aren't religious people. In America they are, yes indeed, they very much. And all of the Britain and all of the British owned countries, such as the Caribbeans and those off islands like Honduras and all those things that were founded and brought up by British, they're all either Roman Catholic or just Christian. Yeah. Yeah. They are to get into an argument about, you know, whose religion is righter, yes, whose religion is righter, because you can't say any religion is wrong. it's going to kind of want people to steer more towards the anarchy, rebellion, and there will be a turn where they take Bibles and they will kind of merge them, and then some priests or like the head of whoever, because you know religion is above government, yeah, that religious hierarchy, because more people believe in that man in the sky than they believe in their own president. So of course you still have to have that hierarchy in place. That said, probably the Pope or somebody like that will come out and say, well, you know, this is our differences, and to kind of obliterate those differences, we kind of have to come to a stalemate, to a halfway point, and that will probably begin the this new world government we have going on, because you'd be surprised how many people are for the world government thing, but I don't believe, I don't like that. I don't know if I like that. But I'll tell you what, Islam is not for that world government shit, because they are very religious people. The women are where they need to be. Men go out and they do everything. They win the bread, bring it home to their wife and kid, who the kid is brought up to be like to be sociologists, to be thinkers, to be free thinkers is what they're brought up to be. I mean, their beliefs also keep them in a certain way or keep them in check, but Islam has very strict moral. Like, Americans can learn something from Islam. However, I don't know much about their Bible, or what do they read, the Quran? I'm not even sure. But I know that they're against America in a sense, as any other country could be or should be or would be. It's because we're, you know, Americans already is. Americans, as idiotic as they are the global trendsetters. I'll tell you this. The fleet. Some officers went to Italy, and when they came back, we were talking, and they said, you know what? All the women in France, all the women in Italy, most, you know, a lot of women in England, most women in the UK who watch television, especially popular television, as well as listen to popular music, and number one on the Billboard charts in the UK is an American artist. I think his name is Bruno Mars right now. Bruno Mars with The Way You Are, I think. They listen to our shit, and they watch our TV shows, and they told me they dress just like little night hound club hoppers all day. Now I asked them why is it that they dress in the short skirts and the short and the boobs hanging out and the high heels all the time? They say, well, they believe that because Americans dress like that on TV, that's how they want to dress. That even though I knew America had influence on the rest of the world, I didn't know to that degree, where they would watch television and try to emulate us, but emulate us only in a certain way. They dress like we dress on television, which doesn't portray all of Americans, but that's how they believe all Americans are. Islam doesn't like that influence on their women and children. As shouldn't we. We shouldn't want that influence on our women and children, or men for that matter. Men have become even more susceptible to the BS than women these days. But and of course women follow in the footsteps of men, so of course it's all just crumbling. I was watching a video where in Africa has a gay pride now. I want to say that I was pissed off to the point where I didn't even watch the show no more. I couldn't. It was repulsive, because it is not in our nature to be homosexual. It is not in our nature to be homosexual. Not even a little bit. And to see that shit taking place just broke my heart. It broke my heart. It broke my heart, man. That only made me realize where we're all headed, because as you know, I think I'm gonna just open this side up to a part 2, because that's all I have for right now, or that's all I can come off the top with right now. So tune in for next time.